Look at the world around you and ask yourself if you are truly alive or if you are just breathing. Most people walk through life like shadows in a graveyard of their own making. They carry the weight of yesterday like a heavy chain, and they wonder why they cannot fly. This is the story of a boy who chose to burn brighter than the darkness that tried to swallow him. This is the story of Zaw. He did not have a silver spoon or a paved road to success. He had a leaking roof and a heart full of fire. His home was a small wooden shack made of bamboo and hope. When the monsoon rains came, the water would drip from the ceiling and soak his only pair of clothes. Most people would complain about the rain, but Zaw learned to listen to its rhythm. He understood that the same water that makes the roof leak also makes the rice fields grow. This is the first lesson of greatness. You must find the seed of opportunity in the soil of your suffering. Zaw was only 12 years old when he realized that poverty is not just a lack of money, but a prison for the mind. He wore sandals that were held together by strings, and his books were kept in a plastic bag because a backpack was a luxury he could not afford. His classmates would laugh and point their fingers at his feet. They would mock his dreams of becoming a teacher. They told him that a farm boy belongs in the dirt and not in the classroom. But Zaw stayed silent because he knew a secret that they did not. He knew that the loudest voices are often the emptiest. He remembered the words of his father who told him to never laugh at himself. His father was a man of the earth who worked until his hands were cracked and bleeding. He saw the strength in his father and he vowed to turn that physical labor into mental power. Every morning before the sun could even touch the horizon, Zaw was already awake. He worked in the fields pulling weeds and carrying buckets of water until his muscles screamed for mercy. Then he would wash his face and walk 5 kilometers to school through mud that felt like quicksand. He sat in the front row and soaked up every word from his teachers like a desert soaking up rain. At night he studied by the flickering light of a single candle because electricity was a ghost in his village. He did not have the internet or a tutor or a library full of books. He only had a small notebook and an old English book his mother bought from the market. He read that book until the pages were thin and the words were etched into his soul. Then came the day of the first great failure. We all face a moment where our world falls apart. For Zaw, it was the national exam results. He had sacrificed sleep and food and play for this one moment. He walked to the school wall and searched for his name. He looked once and then twice and then a third time. His name was nowhere to be found. He had failed the scholarship. The town school with its computers and its libraries felt like a closing door. He walked home with a chest so heavy he could barely breathe. That night he did not light his candle. He sat in the dark and felt the cold rain dripping from the roof. He felt like a fraud. He felt like the kids who laughed at him were right all along. This is where most people quit. This is the graveyard where most dreams go to die. But failure is not a wall, it is a forge. It is the place where the weak are broken and the strong are sharpened. Zaw looked at his little sister who was tying her books with a piece of string. She looked at him with eyes full of absolute trust. She did not see a failure. She saw a hero. In that moment, Zaw realized that his dream was not just about his own comfort. It was about breaking the cycle for his family. He stood up and opened his book again. He decided that he would work harder than anyone else on this planet. He decided that if he failed 10 times, he would stand up 11 times. This is the art of letting go of your ego so you can embrace your potential. He found a mentor named Miss Theory who saw the hunger in his eyes. She did not give him money, but she gave him something far more valuable, which was belief. She taught him that success is not about being lucky, but about being ready when the door opens. She pushed him to join a speech competition. Zaw was terrified. His voice shook and his hands trembled. But he stepped onto that stage and he spoke about the beauty of struggle. He told the audience that dreams can grow in the mud just as easily as they grow in a garden. He did not win the first prize, but he won the respect of everyone in that room. He won the Most Inspiring Speech Award, because truth has a frequency that everyone can feel. The second time he took the exam, he was a different person. He was no longer a boy trying to escape. He was a man prepared to conquer. He wrote his essay about the leaking roof and the plastic bag and the fire in his heart. When the results came, he was not just on the list, but he was in the top 5% of the entire region. The scholarship was his. The city was waiting. But the most beautiful part of the story is not that he left the village. The most beautiful part is that he came back. He returned to that small school with the broken windows and the scratched desks. He became the teacher he always wanted to be. He looked at the children with no shoes and he told them that they were kings and queens in disguise. Real success is not the car you drive or the house you own. Real success is the light you bring to the dark places. Zaws learned that the art of letting go is not about losing something, but about releasing the weight of fear and doubt. He let go of the shame of his poverty and he turned it into his power. He let go of the opinions of others and he followed the compass of his own soul. Today the roof of his house does not leak, but he still listens to the rain. He remembers where he came from, so he never forgets where he is going. You are the architect of your own breakthrough. You are the fire that cannot be put out. Stop waiting for the storm to pass and start learning how to dance in the rain. Your time is now and your story is just beginning.